Good morning. It's morning. She proud of herself. She made it out. It's snowy in Seattle today. Look at it now. Can y'all see? Completely melted. Okay, completely melted. And it's like people were barely on the train. Traffic was like it was just like people are not outside. Okay, but that's how it be in Seattle. I was like, yeah, I'm going to the studio because I know it's about to melt. Okay, I know it's about to melt. She's bundled up. She's ready. I have some events coming up. Microsoft is doing like a Black Artist Showcase. She tired, okay, but she pushing through. She pushing through. I was having a, yeah, I know she had me having to pull up a seat and have a full long conversation. I'm working on this painting today. Part of me feels like, should that be a whole another separate video with that painting? Like, I feel like I've been telling y'all for a while that I'm gonna share some of the details of, well, I don't want y'all to see that one. So many things that your girl be working on that I don't be wanting to release yet. Okay, it works in progress. I've been on a roller coaster ride, y'all. Like, if you only knew half of the journey, you will be like, girl, just this is an exciting time in our lives with starting the family, and it does impact so many. Girl, not her having a damn thing on but not even recording, whatever. Wow, this whole time I haven't had this mic. It's like I connected it but I didn't even get it synced up. Anywho, so it's been a journey. A good journey though. Like I be saying it'd be a journey, and I kind of say it with this tone as if like I just feel like the journey is like the best word to describe it. I really do, because it feels like this up and down roller coaster where it's like, I mean, mostly up though. Like I just feel so excited and I feel so grateful, but at the same time I am nervous, and I am trying to, maybe nervous isn't the right word. I feel like if anything, I'm on the journey of like trying to predict the future and trying to make sure that I'm still showing up for my art and my creativity. Like, it's so funny. Like, if I even tell y'all this, part of me just don't even want to say certain things because I just don't even want to, like, whatever. I've been an artist. I've always been an artist. I identify as an artist. And so it's like, how does that identity shift when mom is added to that, you know, and we can feel like we have to give up so much as parents. And I really just reject that narrative. I reject that narrative. And the thing was, I didn't reject it for so long. And that's what stopped me from even wanting to have kids or want to pursue a family, because I felt like, oh, well, I can't do both, or I won't be able to like fully give my art the time and attention that I want to give it, you know? But I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm in control of my life. Like, it doesn't matter what somebody thinks or how somebody believes or what society puts on me about how I'm supposed to show up for my child. That's my child, okay? And it's our family, and it's however we do things, it's gonna be completely up to us. So I try to affirm that to myself, like, girl, you don't need anybody's permissions to still be the artist that you wanna be and to still show up in your creative practice the way that you wanna show up. And so, yeah, I was just, and then like the other day, like literally I just heard in my mind, keep creating, mama. Keep creating, because I know how much of a better human being I am when I'm creating. Like even Andy, he be like, babe, go paint. Like, go paint. Okay. I am such, it fuels my soul. It makes me so happy. It's just like, truly art is my therapy. And now, of course, it's also my profession as well. And I'm super grateful for that. But it's also just like, I don't have to abandon myself. That's what I remind myself. Like, I don't have to abandon myself. I don't have to abandon my desires, my wants, my needs, whatever. I don't. And yeah, I refuse to. Now, what I am realizing as my energy shifts, as my capacity shifts, this is going to take another level of grace and gentleness with myself and patience with myself on a journey, and just letting things ebb and flow how they're going to flow, while still realizing that it is going to take a bit of effort on my part to show up in the way that I want to show up, because it's just like anything, like entropy. Okay. Entropy. The world leans towards chaos. Okay. And it just is what it is. Like if I don't put towards energy to cleaning my kitchen, the kitchen gonna look a mess. It just is what. So it's like I have to put in energy, and I have to establish a routine for myself. So I think I'm just realizing that I'm gonna have to establish that this journey is gonna look like a new routine. I'm gonna have new routines on the path in order for me to be able to create and to continue to show up in my creative career. But it's interesting, okay? I don't know what that looks like. I don't know. The thing is, I don't know what it looks like for me. Like we can go online all day, and that's what I like to just even tell myself and even encourage y'all. Like, you gotta go within. You gotta go within, and all the answers that you need are within. And when we try to look outside ourselves or compare ourselves to other people's situations or other people's lives, we're like, oh, how are they doing that? How are they doing that? I think it's great when it comes down to different skills or techniques. If you like, oh, okay, how can I paint this tree this way? Or how can I stretch this canvas this way? But when it comes down to life, okay, when it comes down about how we are individually showing up within our lives, for our family, for our friends, and for ourselves, like, I don't know your life, okay? You got a whole different situation going on than me. And so I even slowed down of even like just looking up stuff, like trying to find, because in the mom community, it could be child, okay? The rabbit hole is deep. The rabbit hole is deep. It got bifurcations, splits, side tracks, rivers, paths, okay? The rabbit hole runs deep in the mama-verse, okay? And it's like, yeah, no, her life ain't my life. Her husband ain't my husband. Her job ain't my job. We got a whole different routine going on over here. So I'm going to let her live her life, and I'm going to live my life, and I'm going to create a customized experience for how I want to create the life that I want. Outside of the world's opinions, outside of whatever. And that's just what I'm calling in for this new journey. And I've just been loving that for me. So let's get to painting. She's loving it. It's a rare day. Look at her in the car. I know I feel like y'all always see me in the car, but I haven't been vlogging a lot in the car because I have been taking a train. Look at her taking a train, how she said she would take the train. Taking a train. So proud of me. Your girl has been living, I'm gonna say living my best life. Yes, okay? She speaks those things into existence. No, I actually have. I've actually have. Let's get on the road and let's have a little chitter chatter so that we can pitter patter. But I feel like I haven't talked to y'all in a while because I have been taking the train. And I'm proud of myself for that because it decreases the mileage on my car. So I am very happy. Okay, we are officially in T2. We are officially there, okay? The second trimester. I don't know if y'all know. I never know how these videos gonna roll out. Like they just be all over the place. I just be out here having fun. And so she's in T2, okay? And that's exciting. And it's just been, all the things. I feel so blessed. I feel so grateful. I'm super grateful for my family and everything. But, okay, one of the things that I had wanted to, let me merge. So I was thinking about something the other day, and it was really regards to the illusions falling. So I talked about before, like being a disillusioned artist and, you know, taking like the rose colored glasses off and everything. I think I'm realizing that I'm getting older, and there is a little bit, it's real. There is a little bit of the magic is diminishing. Like just a little bit. And I'm just like, I do love the fact that I'm such a bubbly person. Like, I love life. I just love the magic and whimsy of life. And I also feel like I matured. I feel like I matured later in life. It's so true. Like, even like when it comes down to starting, I was like the last girl in my friend group to start her period. I was just like the last person to do everything. Okay. I was watching SpongeBob well into my teens. Okay. Your girl can still watch SpongeBob. Like, I've just always had like a childlike zeal for life, a childlike energy, a childlike enthusiasm. And I love that. Okay. Okay. Sorry, bruh. I really love that about myself, and I love that about my human experience. But as I'm getting older, I'm like, ooh, y'all really trying to take me out. Y'all really trying to make a girl lose her enthusiasm. Okay, like, ooh, they really trying me. Ooh, was that okay. Roadkill. It wasn't road. I thought it wasn't. Okay. Anywho, so I'm like, man. And just the more experiences that I'm having as an adult, the more difficult it can be to like find the magic in life and like not find the joy. I feel like I do a great job of like rooting in gratitude, finding joy, I'm just like a goofball. Okay. Like anybody tell you, I'm just like, I do this is just me. Okay. And I love that about myself, but I am realizing something. And so, here's the funny thing. The thing that I really noticed that shifted, and this is so interesting because anybody would tell, well, Andy loves movies. He loves movies. He went to film school. So like movies is kind of his thing, right? I'm not a big movie person. Like, I love YouTube. YouTube's my thing. I like watching real people. Like, I don't really watch like reality TV shows, but I like vloggers. I like documentaries. I like reality. Well, I guess I do like reality, but not like the Housewives or whatever, but like cooking competition. Those are some of my favorite things to watch, like cooking competitions and stuff, like Chopped and Table Wars. And then I got the one like with the mixologists, like where they be competing on like the best drink. And so like I like reality TV shows that are more in that space. Even like, what was the one when they do the makeup artist, like Face Off or something, like when they compete in the best makeup artist. Love those. Okay. So I'm kind of into more stuff like that. And I'm not really into movies. I barely even read like fictional books. You know, like I read mostly like either spiritual occult books or like self-help books. It's funny, I feel like I haven't really been reading a lot of self-help. It's like once you sort of go through that journey, you realize like, okay, one, a lot of these books be saying the same thing. And also two, it's like, life is for the living, okay? Just keep living life. You're going to keep learning those lessons. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just came with maturity and growth. I was like, yeah, I feel like I've sort of, like I got it. Okay, I got it. Okay, not like I know everything or whatever, but just, you know, you sort of just transition and just like move on in life. So I definitely feel like I moved on from the self-help books. And so whenever I'm watching movies or reading fictional books, it's with Andy. Like, he likes that. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's our little hangout moment. And so whenever, you know, he'll be like, okay, what do you want to watch? What you in the mood for? I've been finding myself that I've been more in the mood for horror movies. If you would have told me that I would like horror movies, I would have said you are lying out the side of your neck. Like that's a bald-headed, bold-faced lie. Okay? Never. I would have never. And it's interesting seeing that shift. And I'm like, this is so motherfucking crazy. Like, this is when, you know, it's like, is this what? Okay, so here's a different, this is so crazy, but like, whatever. I'm having the moment where I'm like trying to process the losing of my childhood. Is my youth is my youth gone away? Like, is this what it feels like? The disintegration of my wow. No, I will forever hold on to the light. Okay, she will forever. So, but this was just really fascinating for me. So I've been finding myself being in the horror movies. Never was that person, okay? And I've been finding that I've been liking them because fear is a real interesting emotion. And I think this is how like the government, look, the government, let's not go there, girl. But really though, this is how the powers that be can try to control the masses using the tool of fear. Because fear is something that is so innate in us. It's so deep, and that like deep programming where no matter what age, anybody can resonate with the feeling of fear. But I don't think everybody can resonate with the feeling of, I think everybody can resonate with the feeling of awe and magic and whimsy. But I think there is a moment where as you get older, it is just like a little bit more difficult for you to tap into those emotions. Cause like you just been through so much shit. Okay. You didn't been through so much. You didn't seen so much. You've had so many different experiences where you realize that, oh, like people, this world is interesting. Like people will try you if they let them. And it's like, I try not to have like a negative perspective on life, but at the same time, as I get older, we just get wiser. And like, that's the truth. And we just have more experiences where we do experience hurt. And it can be a natural thing for us to have this negative bias where we are focusing more on the negative. And so I do try to activate myself to focus on the positive, to focus on the light, to focus on people who are giving me good energy, focus on people who are pouring into me and not even entertain energy that's not, But I also understand the reality of how difficult that can be. And so I think of anything, I'm just like realizing like, oh, wow, I feel like it's almost easier for me to suspend myself into a story when it's trying to elicit a state of fear out of me instead of trying to elicit a state of magic and whimsy, which is so crazy because I'm like the most magical and whimsical. I'm the most give her a magical, whimsical moment. Okay. I love it. I will eat it up and I will forever eat it up. But I have just noticed this about myself. And it's really interesting that I've been noticing that. Oh, and then we recently went to see this incredible show. Oh my God. Absolutely loved it. Let me stop shouting. I feel like I'm shouting. And I feel like if I keep on this trajectory, I'm gonna lose my voice. Okay, I'm gonna get the voice to cracking. Okay, so we gonna bring it down an octane so that she can not make herself go hoarse. So we went to this incredible, beautiful show. It was called Beautifica is the composer James Wood. Can't remember. Absolutely loved it. It was like this immersive experience, so it was at the Science Dome out here, and it was a traveling thing. So they have it in different regions all around the world, but they do premiere it at special theaters where you can have this immersive experience. So they showed it at one of the colleges out here in the Science Dome, and it was this 3D, well, it wasn't a 3D, that's funny because Andy thought it was 3D. I was like, damn, I thought it was a 3D thing. No, but it was a dome where you actually, it felt 3D though. Like it felt like you were floating, suspended, and it was such beautiful music that was composed by the artists and so many. He also showed the contributing artists who did like the graphics and the visuals. It was just absolutely incredible. You can't film or video anything in there. So, but I'm gonna link it below because if it is in y'all area, I highly recommend that you go see it because it was so transformative. And it's funny because like, Andy saw an ad or something on like Instagram and TikTok. He was like, oh, this is so a Beerman's vibe. And it so is because it was like, meditation music and like transcendent. It was so like psychedelic and transcendence. I was like, man, I can imagine if somebody was on acid watching this, like it would be a whole trip. Like the graphics were so psychedelic and trippy. I loved it. But it was beautiful music, and I just felt myself going into this trance-like state. And then he had things saying like peace and kindness and be grateful and like feel love. And I just was like really tapping into those emotions. And I just loved everything about it, you know. But I could also imagine if somebody, I don't know, you know how some people be thinking stuff is like corny or cringy or whatever. Like if you have that type of energy, I could see that maybe somebody wouldn't enjoy it as well. I feel like they would. I feel like honestly, I feel like I can't even imagine somebody not enjoying this. I genuinely can't, because it was just so crazy. It was just so cool and incredible. But I'm just saying, like, I could imagine how it would be a little bit more difficult for somebody to like tap into the magic of the experience if they weren't open to that, you know? And the truth is, there is a level of openness that you have to allow yourself to be transcendent. You know, it's so interesting. And so as I've been like navigating different emotions of just the complexities of life, you know, like I do identify as like a spiritual and like metaphysical person. How are you metaphysical? Look, you're a metaphysical person. Is that a thing? What does that even mean? Okay, I don't even know. Okay, no, I'm just saying I do consider myself to be like a conscious being, okay, who is aware of the human experience that I'm having, you know. But at the same time, I'm still housed in this human body, and I'm still subject to the same emotions and experiences as any average human being, you know. And it's like we can do the different practices to allow ourselves to cope with the different trials of life. But at the end of the day, we're still going to experience those emotions. And I think that's still beautiful. I think, honestly, our emotions is a part of the human experience. And if we try to suppress those, I feel like that's almost like, one, it's dangerous for the body to suppress any emotions, because I feel like they manifest in different ways throughout the body if you suppress certain things. But I also feel like that's not the right word. I feel like to suppress our human emotions is to suppress our human experience, to like deny ourselves of the human experience that we chose to have, you know? And part of this human experience is having the ups and downs of life, you know? And that's really the truth. I mean, that's just genuinely how I feel about it, you know? But it's still hard. It still can be hard. It still can be hard to navigate the ups and downs. And so I think I'm just witnessing this within myself, like, oh wow. I kind of started this saying that me and Andy was like watching this sort of like fantasy movie, like a magical, whimsical movie. And I was like, yeah, babe, I'm good. Actually, like, we turned it off kind of like 20 minutes in because I just wasn't in that mood. And I know that so it's like, I also want to give myself grace. It's like, it might have just been a mood thing. You know, sometimes you got to be in the mood for different kind of movies, but I just found myself like not even in the mood or not even in the right energy to sort of suspend myself in this like magical, whimsical state. And it's just it's so interesting about the emotion of fear, especially for somebody who never liked horror movies. Never, ever, ever. If I ever watched a horror movie, it was like, because Andy wanted to see it, and it was one time out of the year. Like, I give him one time. He gets Halloween, okay? He gets Halloween. We can watch one scary movie during Halloween. That's all you get out of me, okay? But now lately, it's like, it ain't even Halloween, and we just been watching scary movies. And I'm just like, this is really interesting, seeing this different experience. And I don't know, and I'm just like, damn, is this like... Also, knowing me, I be ready to die. I be ready to dissect something. At the same time, it also could mean absolutely nothing. Like, it also could just be like, girl, whatever. Jupiter isn't like, what, you know what I mean? Like, It could also mean absolutely nothing. Like, it's just, maybe it's just how you feel it. It's just the season you in. It's just like whatever, you know? And so, I don't know, but it's just been an interesting shift. And I have been seeing myself having to take more of an active role in my state of joy, which for so long, especially as a kid, it was just so natural. And even, I guess even as an adult, because like I'm a full-on adult at this point in my life. Okay, I'm a full-on adult. Okay, and I've had quite a bit of joy in my life for a long time, and I'm so grateful for that. But I'm just like, ooh, I don't want this to be the trajectory. This can't be the trajectory. Okay. It really can't. We will forever find the joy, you know. But there is something beautiful in fear though too. Like I just love the balance. You know, I love experiencing both sides, but as somebody who is, I would consider myself like light dominant. You know, some people can feel everybody has their different personalities, you know, so you might feel like, oh, you're more of a, you know, darker side, tap into your dark feminine energy. Like, I'm more of the divine feminine. Like, I'm more of the light feminine energy, okay? I love that, okay? But I recognize the importance of them both, you know? And as somebody who is more light dominant, it's been interesting seeing this shift within myself as I'm navigating the world, as we're all navigating the world, and as we're all witnessing the changes that's going on. And so we're just gonna keep on seeing what comes of this. Good morning. It's 2:30 p.m. Okay, 2:30. But she made it, and that's what counts. Okay. It's Monday. A couple different projects that I'm working on. I'm not sure. I'll be like, do Seattle people even watch these vlogs? I mean, to be fair, I know y'all do, okay? Y'all be hitting me up. I appreciate it. I be seeing y'all at events, seeing y'all watch the vlogs. I love that. It just like warms my heart in so many ways. At the same time, I be like, should I just keep that to the newsletter folks? You know, like the people who are gonna be sending the emails and everything, you know. I'm not sure. I go back and forth every day, but I will need this. Where is that camera? Boom. Boom, bam, bam. Shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand, y'all. Kenny killed it. Kenny killed it at the Super Bowl, okay? Loved every minute, every moment of it, okay? I'm just so proud of him. I'm just so proud of him. I really am. He has come a long way. We've been fans, okay, since rigor mortis, ADHD, okay, section 80. We've been A1 since day one. I think we first heard Kendrick. We was in Chicago, and our family was in Cali, so they put us on. So it was like, yeah, look, they put us on that game. So we been with the Kenny crowd, been with the Kenny, and I'm just like so proud of him. Like, it just warmed my day. So that's what we was up to this weekend, watching the Super Bowl. Not really, because we didn't even watch the game. We was really just tuning in for the halftime. So while the game was going, I was working on the house and getting things together for the little one. It's crazy. That still blows my mind, y'all. I'm still just like processing everything. Maybe. Ooh. I'm still really navigating this whole journey, but they don't be telling you about all the doctor's appointments and the lab draws and the blood draws and the tests and the tests and the tests and the more tests, okay? But all has been well. Yes, your girl is just super happy, super proud. But I was just unpacking some of the paints that I had brought to, 2 seconds, let me put this up before I forget, and then I'll get mad. Just unpacking some of the paints that I had brought to the unicorn mural. I worked on that. I know these vlogs be a compilation of weeks, sometimes months, okay? But I finished that. I'm really excited about that. I'm working on a couple other projects. One of them I don't think I can really share quite yet. They want us to share when the time for sharing comes. Okay, so can't really share much about that one. But I can, that'd be the tricky thing. Like I'll be working on pieces that I don't really want to share quite yet, or they're still works in progress. Like it can take a while. It can take a while to create some of these pieces. And so